Aishwarya have completed. Anita, what about you? Have you completed? I request everyone to please turn on the camera because this session is meant for you. So the more we have interaction, the more it will be fruitful to all of you. You are going to spend more than an hour with us now for this career counseling on CA, CMA, and CS. So now that we have limited a number of students here, so we can customize to your specific needs actually. So it will be good if we can have the camera on and you can participate, guys. Yes. Anita, you can also have the camera on.
Sir, sir, yesterday itself I've registered and I've completed, but I don't know whether it is submitted or not.
Okay, you can try submitting the email so that we can start the session. Or Naveen, can you confirm whether Anita has filled up the form?
Yeah, Anita, your form is there and we have received your information. Thanks for it.
Okay, so Anita,
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
you can turn on the camera. Will be good so that we can have some interaction. Okay. Naveen, are we good to start?
It's good to start, Prasad.
Aishwarya, you can also turn on the camera. The reason I'm telling is it will be very productive and meaningful if we have an interactive session. Will be benefiting you a lot, please.
Sir, actually, I'm having a webcam issue in my laptop, so that's why I've switched on.
Fine, okay, sure. But feel free to interact. Don't have the mics off at this time because the first, and in fact, during the entire session, we are going to be highly interactive, guys, because this session is not for us, it's only for you. So, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining. Naveen?
Good morning, Prasad. Let's
Yeah.
go ahead.
Uh, just one second. So, I think two of you turned on the camera. It will be good at least to have the two of you in cam. Okay. Fantastic, guys. A very good morning to all of you again. So let's start the session. I'm still waiting for the cameras to on so that we can start. So we'll start with an introduction about each one of you before we, so that we can customize the session. So we will have queries specific to you, and we can answer or whatever things we have in the session we can customize to you. Okay. Myself, Prasad, I'm working with an agency as a head of taxation, and also I'm taking care of accountancy as a subject actually for various levels. Actually, I take classes for foundation, intermediate level, 11th and 12th CBSE classes also for accountancy. We have Naveen, who will be introducing himself as a professor. He is a qualified CMA, and he's also a faculty with us who is handling economics and costing actually. He handles economics for CA Foundation and also various levels like 11th and 12th, and he's a faculty for costing for CA Intermediate. Right? So may I have your introduction, guys? Rajeshwari, you can go first. When you introduce yourself, tell me, you have to unmute yourself first. When you introduce yourself, please tell about what is your qualification and which course you are willing to pursue. Okay. You are in mute, Rajeshwari. Please unmute yourself. Mic is a problem. Okay. Fine. So I will ask you questions to you, Rajeshwari. So you can reply in the chat box. Okay. What is your qualification actually? What are you currently studying? Okay. I'm expecting a response from Rajeshwari. Guys, please turn on the camera. It will be really helpful to have an interactive session. we will go to the next student. Actually, I think she's facing some issues. Harini, you are there? Can you guys quickly introduce in the next 5 minutes so that we can start the session? Then the floor will be on us and we will lead the session forward actually. Harini, give an introduction about yourself. What are you studying and which course you want to pursue, or which course you would like to know about actually. Anita?
Sir?
Yes. What are you pursuing currently, and which course you would like to pursue, or which course you would like to know about?
Sir, this is Anita and I'm doing 12th.
Okay.
I wish to do CA.
Okay.
So I must know some knowledge of that, how to do that, and what are all the steps in that. I must get some knowledge of that. So I came here to know about that things, and I must get some knowledge of that. For that, I came here and I've joined this link, sir.
Okay. So all of you are comfortable in English, guys? Anita, Aishwarya, and Rajeshwari. All of you are comfortable in English?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Thanks, Anita. Thanks for the participation and thanks for letting us know. So we have a CA aspirant. We have a CA aspirant here, Anita.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good. Aishwarya, what about you? Can you unmute yourself, Aishwarya?
Yes, sir. So currently I'm doing second year BCom Accounting and Finance, and as well as I'm pursuing ACCA.
Okay, ACCA.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Fantastic. You're doing so. We have a participant doing an international course. Actually. Fantastic. Which level of ACCA you are?
I have completed 6 papers right now.
6 papers. Fantastic. That is great, actually. So you also want to pursue some Indian course, CA, CS, or CMA?
I actually have interest in pursuing a management accounting course, so I might try applying for CMA.
CMA. Okay. Fantastic. So, so we have two students who have responded actually. One wants to be a CA aspirant, another wants to be a CMA aspirant. So I will skip the CS part of the discussion for today because we don't have any CS aspirant here. So we'll only limit our discussion to CA and CS. Right? Good guys. Wonderful to know about both of you. So let's start the discussion actually. Today the discussion will be limited to CA and CMA. And what we will be discussing is what are the things that is required to become a chartered accountant or a cost and management accountant? What is the work life actually? In case someone is a chartered accountant or a cost and management accountant, what they are supposed to do. And then we will be also discussing on what will be the various stages in CA and CMA and what kind of job opportunities that you will be having once you qualify as a CA and CMA. Actually, that will be the discussion that we'll be doing actually. At any point of time, in case you want to stop me, you can please stop me, ask questions. We just want to make this session as interactive as possible. And I'm again repeating, this session is only for you guys. The reason we are having this session for 1.5 hours is to make sure that you guys are understanding the session. You guys understand what is CA and CMA. So we have 2 more participants here. Jeevita, welcome to the counseling. So can I have a small introduction about yourself? What you're currently doing and which course you want to pursue? Can you unmute yourself, Jeevita? Left. That is the problem with technology actually. So Rajeshwari, which course you are pursuing? Or you want to pursue actually? Can you put it in the chat box so that we can start the session? You said your mic is having a problem. You can write in the chat box actually so that I can customize my session.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Finally, we are able to hear
Can you
you. Absolutely clear. Go ahead.
My name is Rajeshwari. I'm studying now 12th standard.
Okay.
I want to study CA.
CA. So we have 2 CA aspirants and 1 CMA aspirant. Fantastic, guys. First of all, congratulations to all of you for at least having a clarity on what you want to pursue. Actually. At your age, most of us, including me, when I was your age, I did not have a clarity on what I should be doing actually. So it's always confusing, right? Why you want to pursue a course? Some of us pursue a course because our friends they are doing CA, or my father he wanted me to become a chartered accountant, or your mother she wants you to be a chartered accountant. That's the reason why most of us pursue this course. Okay. So we just want to set the expectation, what is required to do a professional course, and this expectations will not be only relevant to CA and CMA. Whenever we talk about a professional course, the expectations are same in any professional course. In fact, Anita was, if I recollect correctly, Anita was telling she is doing ACCA, right, Anita?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So she's pursuing ACCA. So this expectation for any professional course, whether it's an Indian course or an international course, the expectation with respect to how to approach the course remains the same. Okay, so let us, Naveen, can you move to the first slide? Okay. So first, a small slide on introduction of Igniting Minds and the team of faculties that we have. Our founder, Mr. M. Venkatesan, is a qualified chartered accountant. P.K. Lakshmi, again, she's a practicing chartered accountant, wife of Venkatesan. She handles accountancy along with me, actually. I am Prasad, your mentor for today, along with Naveen, actually. I take accountancy and I work with a corporate having close to 15 years of experience in taxation and financial reporting. And we have R. Prakash, who is an MCOM, ACS, and ML gold medalist. He handles law for us. He's an expert in law. Lokesh Kumar, he's a CA, CS, and CMA. Okay, he's also working with an MNC having close to 10 to 12 years of experience. Sandeep, he's a chartered accountant and a company secretary. He is my colleague in my current organization and he handles financial reporting. Naveen, he's a cost and management accountant and he's also a faculty with Igniting Minds. He handles economics and cost accounting actually. So this is introduction about our team actually, the team that we have in Igniting Minds. Naveen, you can move to the next slide. Okay. See, this slide, a very simple slide actually. You can see a person standing in the dais, okay, in yellow, and you can see a dais in front of him, a small bridge kind of a thing, and you can see a word career actually written in front of him. What do you think this guy, when he looks at career in front of him, what is the thing that he is having in his mind actually? What is the thought process going in his mind actually? Can anyone tell me, guys? What is the thought process of the person standing in a small box kind of a thing, looking at a career in front of him? What is the thought process in his mind? Anita.
I think he'll be thinking that in which way we must go, UG or professional course.
Okay. Anything else that he would be thinking standing there? Participate, guys. Keep all your mics unmute so that we can have a lot of interaction, guys. I like participation. I like interaction. So don't think like it is a college or school class where you have to keep your mic off and camera off. We are here only to have some knowledge sharing. Actually, I will learn from you. You will learn from me. Right. So Anita and Raja Rajeshwari, please unmute yourself and participate, please. Yes, what is the person thinking actually when he is seeing the career in front of him?
He is thinking after 12th, you want to do degree or do professional course.
Okay.
Is the main confusion between us, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. I got two perspective actually, but what I wanted to drive is, see, he's standing in a dais actually, and there is a small lane going in front of him, right? And it's a very very thin lane actually. So from that lane, if he has to travel to a career actually, so he has to see only in one direction actually. He can move only in one direction. If he slightly goes to the left or if he slightly goes to the right, he will not be able to reach his career. Okay. So what is very important is the focus actually. So in case you have decided to do a course actually, or you have decided to be focused on your career, the only way you can travel to reach your career, it can be any career actually. If you want to become a sportsman, or if you want to become a scientist, or if you want to become an engineer, or if you want to become a chartered accountant, cost and management accountant, company secretary, the career is a very big thing actually. So the only way that you can make a career is by being very focused actually. And how that can be achieved is only by traveling through a narrow lane with a high focus. If you turn left, if you go left, or if you go right, you will fall down actually. If this guy is not walking on the straight path in front of him, what will happen? What will happen to this guy? Will he be able to reach his career?
No, sir.
That what does it mean? That means that is the kind of focus that is required. When you are looking at your career, the focus should only be on the career actually, nothing else actually. So the significance of this slide is how to reach that particular landmark. Most important thing is career. I will be discussing in detail as I go in the next slide. And we have two options, UG and professional course. The only relevance of these two things on top of the career is a professional course can be done along with graduation. All of you are already knowing it. You guys are in, Rajeshwari is in 12th who wants to pursue, and Anita, she is already doing her graduation, and along with her, she is doing ACCA and now thinking of doing CMA.
No, sir. I'm just studying 12th. No, sir.
Okay, Anita, sorry. I think that was another girl actually. So, both of you are in 12th and want to pursue a professional course. So, it is very important that we start it very, very early. At the time of graduation itself, we enroll for a professional course. By the time we complete graduation, our 80% of the travel, or at least 70% of the professional course will get over. All the professional course, you have to spend minimum of 4 years in any professional course. If you choose CA, CS, or CMA, minimum of 4 years is required. So 3 years can be done along with graduation, and 1 year, 75% of the course can be completed. Now you can move to the next slide. Okay. So this slide is very important, guys. This slide talks about the success mantra. Okay. There is something which I have highlighted in red. Can you spot this? What is that I have highlighted in red? I want to see how attentive you are.
Interest.
Interest.
Okay, fantastic. What is the correlation between career and interest, or success mantra and interest? What do you understand by? Why I have highlighted that interest actually? Anyone?
We want to do anything with our own interest, sir. We should not be forced by others.
Absolutely brilliant. You have made my job simple now. Whatever I wanted to tell, you have told actually. Fine. So my job is become easy now. So it's very important. Absolutely spot on by Rajeshwari. I will call you Rajeshwari to keep it simple in the session, right? Rajeshwari, brilliant actually. See, there is a difference between doing and doing things with interest. I always tell everyone I meet actually, there are only two options in life. One is to do what we love. One is to do what we love. For example, I wanted to become a cricketer. When I was in my school or college days, I wanted to become a cricketer. But not everyone can be fortunate to become a cricketer, right? So if I do what if I do what I love, that will be the best thing actually, right? Like Virat Kohli, Sachin Tendulkar, they are all doing what they love actually. But not everyone is fortunate to, like if someone likes dancing, if they want to make a career in dancing, it's not possible for everyone to do what they love. So what is the option for others, right? If I could not become a cricketer, but still today I'm into some other profession actually. So what is the other way of creating that interest? The other way of creating interest is loving what you do. If you cannot do what you love, then you have to start loving what you do. So it's very important that we start loving what we do actually. Okay. So alternate choice what I had with me was commerce as a subject actually. So when I entered into commerce as a subject, like you, when I was in 11th and 12th, I started reading accountancy and commerce. That is when I started creating love for that subject. Okay, so it's either we have to do what we love, but not everyone. 80% will not be fortunate enough to have the privilege to do what they love actually. Okay, 80% will fall in the second category. So it is loving what you do actually, and everyone can create interest in what they like to do actually. So it's very important when we pick up a career for whether it's a CA, CMA, ACCA, whichever career that we choose, it's very important that we do or we pursue the career with interest actually. And one of the most important thing, what Rajeshwari told is we should do it for ourselves. See, we should not choose a career because my father he wants me to become a chartered accountant, or my friend is doing CA course. Let me also try doing that CA course. That will not work actually. The interest should come from self. The reason why I am telling is once you start doing something for your own, you will feel very much motivated, and the energy that you put, right, the effort that you put will be beyond excellence actually. When you do it for yourself, when you do it for your father, you will put 100%, but when you do it for yourself, you will put 200% for the same thing. Clear?
Sir.
So it's very important when we pursue something, we have to do it for ourselves. Obviously, everyone will get benefited. Once we become a chartered accountant, cost and management accountant, or any professional, obviously the family, the teachers, the faculty, or whosoever is surrounded by you, everyone will feel happy and get benefited in some way or the other. But the driving factor should not be them. The driving factor should be only you. You only should drive yourself to become a chartered accountant or a cost accountant. Clear? Now, the next four things that I have mentioned is consistency. It's very important in a course like CA or CMA that we have to be very, very consistent. We have to be very, very consistent. If one day I study for 2 hours, then next week, whole week I don't study, then again after that if I study for 2 hours, this is not the way in which you can qualify any of these courses. These courses are what we are talking about is one of the highly credible and toughest courses in India. Okay, so this course can only be done if you are consistent, if you are hardworking, if you are having a perseverance actually, and you have a never give up attitude. It's very important actually. See, this course is not only a test of knowledge, you will become intelligent as you progress in this course. A hardworking, an intelligent person is not required to pursue chartered accountant. A hardworking person can clear this course, right? Because you will become intelligent actually. This course will make you intelligent. By the time you complete this course, you will come out as an intelligent professional actually. So the most important quality, I rate even intelligence as a very secondary attribute to pursue this course. The most important attribute to pursue this course is hard working. Hard work. So if you are hardworking and if you are consistent, no one can stop you from becoming a chartered accountant. No one can stop you from becoming a cost and management. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's very important that we set our focus. The next 5 years of your career, if you have decided to come into this course, the next 4 to 5 years of your career, you have to give to this course. Actually. You have to absolutely surrender yourself to this course, and the moment you complete this 4 years with high dedication and concentration and efforts and hard work, you can see yourself as a qualified chartered accountant or a cost accountant in next 4 to 5 years. Okay, convert dreams into reality. Okay, why we tell this is obviously everyone has a dream, right? What is your dream, guys? What is your dream in life? It can be anything. It can be a house, car, or it can be a chartered accountant or anything. What is your dream in life?
Sir, my dream is to be independent
Okay.
with my own self, sir.
Fantastic. Okay. What about Anita? What is your dream?
My dream is that after finishing my studies, that after finishing my profession, I must go in singing line, and I'm having lot of dreams, sir. I must achieve all the things. So yeah, so that's my dream.
Okay. So you want to complete this course and also you want to become a professional singer. Am I right if I understood it correctly?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So you want to continue both or you want to just concentrate on singing?
I must continue both, sir.
Continue both. So good actually. There's some clarity in what you are speaking actually. I like both the response, but the first response was good in terms of being independent actually. right? So when you do a course like CA, CMA, obviously it will bring a lot of independence to you. As in, I have never seen a CA who is not in a position to earn money or who is unemployed. Okay? You will never find a CA. He will make a living somehow actually. In case he is not getting job, he can do his own practice. He can start his own practice actually. So there is a plenty of opportunities for CA, provided they have done their articleship actually. In CA, there is a beautiful thing called articleship or internship, we call it as. Provided someone has done that internship with utmost dedication, I have never seen a CA who has done his internship and who has qualified, who is struggling to find means actually. That is the beauty of this course actually. So you will become independent and you will start flourishing in life actually. All these courses that we are talking are highly credible courses actually. Like the respect that a doctor gets. Like if you tell that you are a chartered accountant and you sit in a flight or you sit in you're traveling in a train or you go to any social event actually. The respect that you get is totally different. You only have to experience that to believe it, guys. The respect that a chartered accountant gets is as good as when you see that someone is a doctor, you will start seeing him with a lot of dignity actually. Right? So in the prefix is enough actually. A prefix like doctor or a CA is enough for the world to see you with a lot of dignity. Actually. So that is the kind of rewards. See, everything cannot be monetary actually. These are all non-monetary rewards I'm talking about. Definitely monetary rewards and all is part of the profession. Obviously, a CA, CMA and all are highly rewarding careers actually. But I will not touch upon the monetary aspect of it because I don't want you guys to be influenced at this stage with any such things actually. So I will just give a very high level understanding on what could be done actually. We'll move to the next slide, please. Okay. Next. Okay. See, again, I have pointed out something in red, guys. What it is? Can someone read it for me? Anita, what is written in red in the slide?
Life-changing courses.
Life-changing courses. See, we call these courses as life-changing course. The reason is once you become a chartered accountant, you are considered to be an expert on certain areas. Okay. So, in case someone has a doubt in tax, actually, who is the person comes to your mind? If someone is having a doubt on taxation, who is the person who comes to your mind? The first person who comes to your mind. You would have heard, right? What does CA do? What does CA do?
CA will audit all the accounts that were done in the business.
Okay. Fine. See, all these are life-changing courses. The reason why we call it as life-changing courses is few of the things I discussed in the previous slide also. One thing is when you become a chartered accountant, you get an expertise. You get an expertise not only in one field, you get in multiple fields. CAs are considered to be expert in taxation. If there is a doubt to anyone on taxation, they only approach a CA. Accountancy, like she was telling, auditing. Auditing is also it is post accounting that we do an audit actually. So in case someone wants to get their accounts audited or someone wants to hire a very professional accountant, they will hire a chartered accountant actually. Okay, so they are also good in and cost and management accountant. They are good in costing and financial management. I think both of you are CA aspirants only, right? Anita and Rajeshwari.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I will limit my discussion only to CA. I will not touch CMA part of it. Okay. So when we talk about CA, they are considered to be expert in taxation. They are considered to be expert in accountancy, and they are also considered to be expert in costing, financial management, and they have a knowledge on law also. So much of expertise in one course actually. That is why they are regarded as highly respectable, and that is why the market is there for CA actually. Highly respected and dignified profession, job-oriented courses. I already spoke about it. that you will not find a chartered accountant not able to make ends meet. Actually. That means he is struggling for a living. You will not find a chartered accountant struggling for a living. He will make, somehow he will be able to, he will be street smart to do something actually. If job opportunities are not there, he will do his own practice. Or he will do something to ensure that he is making a good life. Okay, plenty of job opportunities. Every company has a finance department, right? A company cannot run without a finance department. If there is a finance department, there has to be a chartered accountant in that company, right? So every company that you go, small, big, you will find a chartered accountant, either a new chartered accountant or a highly qualified chartered accountant. You will have chartered accountants in all the companies, guys. So that is the role. That is the kind of demand that we have actually. And as on today, you will be surprised to know what is the population of India, guys. Anyone?
I think 138 crores, sir.
138 crores. And how many chartered accountants are there in India? Any idea? How many chartered accountants India would have produced till date?
I don't know, sir.
Okay. You will be surprised. Any guess? Make a wild guess. For
Sir, but I heard that the chartered accountants are.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yes, sir. Continue, sir. Yes, sir.
No, you tell. I'm just asking a number. You can be any guess actually. For 138 crore of population, how many chartered accountants are there in India?
I think lakhs of chartered accounts are there, but that chartered accounts are very less, they have said, because I hear that no more chartered accountants,
Okay, I
very
will tell
less chartered
you.
account I hear.
Okay, I will tell you guys. 138 crores. 1 crore is how much? 1 crore is how much? 100 lakhs. So 138 crores means 13,800 lakh population. And for 13,800 lakh of population, we are having only 2.4 lakhs to 2.5 lakhs chartered accountants in India. Till today, those who are a member of the institute, and I'm talking about the chartered accountants who are a member of the institute, we are only having close to 2.2 to 2.4 lakhs chartered accountants as well. So there is a huge difference between the demand and the supply of chartered accountants. Right? So this course is always going to be in demand, and every company will have a finance department, and every finance department will require a chartered accountant. Clear? So that is the scope that we are talking about. And it's not only that we have to be employed in a company. Like Rajeshwari was telling, she wants to become independent. If she wants to become independent, she don't have to work for anyone. She can make people work for her. Okay, she can open her own practice, start auditing the accounts for other companies actually, and she can do the tax planning or the financial planning and the tax planning for the companies actually. Okay, so if you want to become independent, again, this is one of the best courses to become an independent professional. And one most important thing, it is underlined. Can you read this, guys? What is underlined? Can you read the line which is underlined?
5 years of hard work in CA, CMA, CS can bring tremendous change in your career.
Okay. The reason of underlining this is what we want to drive in today's session. Once you commit to a course like CA or CMA, the next 5 years, there should be the first slide that I was talking, right? That should be the focus that you should have. It's only one line actually. You only have to travel in one direction. You only have to focus on CA. That is the only focus that you should have for the next minimum 4.5 to 5 years. And once you are able to have that hard work, focus, and dedication, then the next 35 years of your life, assuming you become a chartered accountant at the age of 21 or 22 or 23, the next 35 years of your life is absolutely going to be brilliant only by investing 5 years of your life. Am I clear, guys? That is the investment that you have to put in this. The time and hard work is the investment that you have to put for this course. Next slide. Okay. career options for chartered accountant. I will again start with an interaction. What do you think a chartered accountant does actually? I already got an input from Anita. She is telling that a chartered accountant does audit actually. What else? Whenever you think of a chartered accountant, what are the works that comes to your mind? What does a chartered accountant do? What will a chartered accountant office look like? If you go to a chartered accountant office, what will be the chartered accountant or the staff inside that office will be doing?
Filing GST, filing tax,
Filing GST, filing tax. Yes.
and filing income tax also.
Okay. Filing income tax, filing GST, doing audits actually. See, a chartered accountant are experts in taxation. So obviously they have to deal with income tax. They have to deal with GST. There are two kinds of taxes in India. One is direct tax and indirect tax. They are experts in both direct taxation and indirect taxation. When we talk about direct taxes, it is income tax. When we talk about indirect taxation, it is called as GST. They are experts in both. They are expert in audits also. Okay, that means they work as an auditor, they work as a tax consultant, and they are not only experts in all those things. They have a very phenomenal knowledge in other areas called company law. You will see chartered accountants who are doing audit. They should have a knowledge of company law also, because they are auditing company. What are the laws applicable to the company? They should be very clear about it. Okay, so they are also knowledgeable on Companies Act, and they are also knowledgeable in cost and management accounting. CMA is a separate course in itself, but chartered accountants also, they have a very good knowledge on costing and finance. Right? So all these courses, whether it's a CA or CMA, both play interchangeable roles of labor. CMAs are considered to be expert in cost and management accounting. Chartered accountants are experts in accounting and taxation. But still, both of them, they know everything actually. Even a CMA knows about auditing, a CMA knows about taxation. But still, the specialization, when it comes to chartered accounting, the specialization is accounting and taxation. When it comes to CMA, the specialization is costing and management accounting. Right? So, why one should choose a course like CA? If they are very good in numbers, or if they like accountancy in their 11th and 12th, you guys have already made up your mind actually that you want to become a chartered accountant. But still, if someone has not made up their mind, how they can decide on which course to do, whether they should do a CA, CMA, or CS? First, they should understand what interests them actually. If they like accounts in their 12th standard, or they started loving that subject, or they have an inclination towards accounts, then obviously CA is the right choice, or CMA also could be one of the right choices for them. And if someone is having an interest in theory, like they like business studies, they like economics and all, then the subject for them will be company secretary. Company secretary is more theoretical and it is more related to law actually. Okay, so that is the role. So we have mentioned so many things in this slide: audit, tax services, analysis, banking, governing, administration, consultant. All these things are roles and responsibilities of the chartered accountant. Clear, guys? Naveen, you can move to the next slide. The next slide is on CMA. I will skip that slide. Okay. Or I will give you a fair idea about what is a CMA. Because now that you have decided to become a CA, you should also know what is the difference between CA and CMA. See, in case of a CA and CMA, 80% of the syllabus is same. Academically, CA is a little tough compared to CMA. The quality and the level and the expertise is a little higher in CA compared to CMA. But the course, if you see, 80% of the course will be similar between CA and CMA. Okay. The main distinguishing factor between CA and CMA is in CA we have a 3 years of articleship. In CA we have a 3 year of articleship. In CMA also we have a 15 months or 18 months of articleship. Naveen can correct me. He is a qualified cost and management accountant. There is a articleship period also in CMA, but in CA you can do the articleship only under the chartered accountant. In CMA you can work for a company and you can claim an exemption actually. You tell that I worked in accounts department of some company, or I worked in secretarial department of a company, or you worked in some related field and you can get an exemption from the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. Okay, they consider all experiences actually. Okay, but that is where the differentiating factor I personally feel between CA and CMA is the 3 years of time period of articleship. It's a beautiful experience. at a very young age, at the age of 18, you get to meet the CFOs of the company. You get to meet the income tax commissioner when you go for a hearing, actually, with your boss. Your boss will be there and he will tell, come, let's go for a hearing. You get to meet that person. You may not speak with that person, but you will get to meet that person. Okay, your boss will take you for a discussion to the CFO of the company. You may not speak at that time because you will be in the first year or second year of articleship. But still, that experience, that learning, the interaction, you will get to see a lot of industries actually. Maybe your CFO might be auditing an IT company, or they might be auditing a manufacturing company. So you get an exposure of multiple companies, multiple persons actually. So the beauty of CA is articleship actually. Okay. So, and CAs are considered to be expert in taxation and accountancy and auditing. CMA guys are little different. They have an expertise. They are very good in detailing actually. They are very good in detailing. When I talk about detailing, like for example, you are taking your class in a laptop, right? You're taking this session in a laptop, right? So what should be the pricing of that laptop? At what price I should sell this laptop to make profits? There will be a keyboard in the laptop, there will be a screen in the laptop, there will be a camera in the laptop. There are so many components, right? You will not even know there will be close to 500 or 400 to 500 components in building a laptop. Each component will have a price. Each component will have a price attached to it. So at what is the price at which I should manufacture? How I should bring down the costing actually. If the laptop today is 40,000 and my competitor is selling the laptop for 38,000, the same quality, same, everything is same. A new competitor has come and they started selling for 35,000. Suddenly I will have not any sales, everyone will go to that competitor actually. So how I should ensure that I should bring the costing of this product from 40,000 to 32,000 so that even if I sell at 35,000, I get some profit. That is the role that cost and management accounting they play. They do the costing of the product so brilliantly that the management, they are in a position to understand where we are spending excess cost, where we are spending less cost. See, there are two ways of making profits for a company. Either you have to reduce the cost or you have to increase the sales, right? Increasing the sales is not, at times it takes a larger time. In a situation of COVID, increasing sales would have been tougher. So companies, what they would have done, they would have cut down the cost, right? Assuming a situation of COVID, wherein increasing sales is not possible because of lockdown or some restrictions, I'm not able to increase the sales. What I will do, I will cut down my cost, right? Cost accountants are brilliant in this kind of things actually. And they are also brilliant in forecasting. In case, how many units of shirts? In case I'm a shirt manufacturing company, whether I should produce 3 lakh shirts or 1 lakh shirt or 10,000 shirt is enough. How much demand I will have for a particular thing. That analysis is done brilliantly by a cost accountant. So they are so much into detailing, and these are the person who actually helps a loss-making company to become a profit-making company, or they help in decisions to the management. They give beautiful analysis to the managing director of the company or the board of directors to the company so that they can make good decisions for the company to turn the company from a loss-making to a profit-making company, or from a normal profit to a very good profit by giving very, very good analysis in terms of costing, in terms of forecast, in terms of budgeting. And this is a very interesting and very beautiful field actually. Am I clear, guys? Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is the role what a cost and management. Nowadays, you see all vacancies that come, right? They come not only for a CA. There is no exclusive vacancy for a CA. There is no exclusive vacancy for a CMA. Obviously, a CMA is little preferred in a manufacturing company, but all the vacancies that you see are open for CA and CMA. You will find CA/CMA for all the vacancies. So nowadays, everything is interchangeable because I told you now, academically, 80% of the syllabus is same. That means whatever knowledge a CA has, the same level of knowledge a CMA also will be having. Okay, only thing is expertise is different. They are more into their study of subject is more into costing and financial management. Ours, for CA, the study of subject is more into taxation and accountancy. Right? That is the only differentiating factor. Other than that, the contents and course almost remains the same actually in CA and CMA. And if I want to be a little honest about it, okay, both with due respect to CMAs, okay, when it comes to CA and CMA, the level of difficulty is little higher in CA, the level of expertise is little higher in CA, but over a period of time with experience, if there is a 10-year-old, 10-year experienced chartered accountant and a cost and management accountant, they both will be at par once they gain experience. I'm talking about a fresher actually. If there is a fresher chartered accountant or a fresher cost and management accountant, there is a slight edge for a chartered accountant. But over a period of time with experience, everyone remains the same. In our team, we have cost accountant, management accountant, company secretaries, everyone, all professionals with experience are almost at the same levels, with the same expertise in their core areas. Clear, guys? Okay. Role of a company secretary, I will not touch in detail because none of you are CS aspirants, but I will just tell you because you should know when you enter into a field of commerce, you should know about CA, CS, and CMA. About CS, what does a company secretary do? They are like the doctors of the company. What do you mean by the doctors of the company? They ensure that the company is healthy. How do they ensure the company is healthy? By ensuring that the company is doing all the compliances correctly, whatever laws that are applicable to the company. Right? When you run a company, you have to abide by Companies Act, you have to abide by ESI, you have to abide by Provident Fund, you have to abide by Wages Act, Factories Act, so many acts actually. To run a company in India is not easy. There will be 30 to 40 laws which will be applicable to the company. So a company secretary will ensure that the company is compliant with all the rules and regulations that are applicable to the company. Right? So they are the persons, a very responsible position. After the directors of the company secretaries are the person who are having equal responsibility as the directors of the company. If anything goes wrong in the company, directors and company secretary and the CFOs, these are the person who are held responsible if anything goes wrong in the company. A very powerful position. And company secretary, another role of company secretary, not only to ensure compliance, another role of the company secretaries is there will be a person called shareholder. You would have learned in your 12th standard, shareholders. Share capital, issue of share capital. In that chapter, there will be persons who have subscribed for shares of the company. Those persons are called shareholders or investors of the company. So the company secretary, if they want to communicate anything from the directors, like how much profit the company made during this year, how much sales the company made during this year, if they want to publish the financials, what they will do is they are a medium of communication between the directors and the shareholders. Directors directly will not go and communicate to the shareholders. What they will do is they will publish the financials and the company secretary will upload the financials and that will be a communication which will be given to the shareholders. So company secretaries are a very, very crucial role they play in communication between what is happening inside the company to the shareholders. Right? By conducting board meetings, company secretaries are the person who are responsible to conduct all the board meetings of the company. So all the confidential information will be known to the whatever is happening. In case the company wants to open a new unit, then we have to have a board meeting. There will be board of directors sitting actually, 5 directors sitting inside the room. They will take a decision. 3 will tell, okay, yes, we can start a new factory in Delhi. 2 will tell we cannot start a new factory in Delhi. So whatever decision is taken, the first thing that will be known, the person who will be knowing all these decisions being taken is the company secretary. He will be part of that meeting. He will be recording all those conversations, what is happening inside the meeting of the board of directors before it becomes public. Right? That is the kind of importance that is given to company secretary as a course. Are you clear, guys? I will stop here. I will take a pause here before I hand it over to Naveen for continuing the remaining slides. Anyone has a doubt in CA, CS or CMA as a course? On the expectation about this course also. Anyone? Anita and Rajeshwari? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Naveen, you can take this session forward.
Thank you, Prasad. I think Prasad has uh, made the sessions interesting for the last 45 minutes, and thanks for it, Prasad. It was quite interesting. Uh, uh, so it's been uh, post well. So good afternoon to both of you, Anita and Rajeshwari. So uh, just before
Good afternoon,
starting,
sir.
before starting, Prasad has asked how about your dreams. I was really interested that both of you focused on your personal interest as well as the professional interest. So how to carry forward your career along with your personal life. That was quite interesting. So all the best to both of you. So before starting that, and yeah. Before going into the slides which I'm going to run past here is the stages or the period in which it is going to get covered. So as we said, it is going to be if it is a chartered accountancy course, if the student has to pursue. So minimum of 5 years or 4.5 years to 5 years is the minimum period which we have to go through. So let me take you through that process. So before going into that, so a couple of key points highlighted by Prasad. Let me reiterate those points and let me detail that points, which will be interesting facts which we can able to interact here. See, either a chartered accountant or a cost accountant or company secretary. So we always see that these kind of professional courses in terms of commerce teams are highly appreciated in India, and these courses are valued, and it has real professional value towards a career growth. That is number one. So that is what we have seen in our previous slides and highlighted by Prasad sir here. Number two, and what kind of value it impacts, sir. So uh, it's not about a comparison, but it's about seeing a professional course, compare it with other streams of lines. Let's say a student is taking up a science team. There will be a science team which is available for along with the biology and the physics chemistry, or a student who is pursuing without a biology, he'll be pursuing a physics chemistry along with mathematics. A PCM course student will be there. There is a two comparison. So it's somebody want to pursue become a doctor or wanted to do in a medicine line, they'll be moving along with that biology background. And somebody wants to do their engineering professional courses, they will be moving to the PCM courses predominantly. That is what common in India. So we till now there we see that there has been the commerce team which is below par. So, which we can say that the industrial requirement or the futuristic employment requirement or a futuristical growth perspective requirements are really high, since there is a demand and supply concept, because the student who is pursuing this professional courses are comparatively in a very minimal number, or student who is successfully completing this number as one of the numbers which we have highlighted. Couple of surveys also which are stated in 2019 India Today survey came out with a survey. So the survey states that how the students are aware of the courses in all the professional courses teams, and the students aware of only seven professional courses or seven higher educational graduation courses which they are aware of. So total, we have somewhere around the young people around meager of let's say that below 25 years, if somebody wants to pursue this professional courses, everybody is aware of only seven graduation related courses. It is highly quite uh, interesting to know that people are only aware of the seven courses. That is what. And now we are into the commerce teams. So comparing with the engineering student, there is a two comparison which we can able to make. There is as we see as Indian south part of India, we see that a lot of engineering students who are coming out with this. there is a lot of people, and the employment opportunities are very tough towards an engineer after completing a graduation, engineering graduation. So how far we compare it with a chartered accountant or a cost accountant? As I said, the meager, the successful completion of this graduations in another, see, anyway, the engineering is 4 years. Here it is going to be 5 years. The hard work which the student gonna pursue the engineering courses. So the meager hard work. Additionally, there is one more step ahead. The consistency, if we maintain. In another 5 years time, so one more additional year which we have put in, so 3 years experience we'll be getting in that, as well as additionally we'll be completing a professional course which will directly take you to an employment or a professional career path, which is highly not in today's modern world. Only if we able to pursue engineering courses from a reputed universities, so will be put into considerations. So when you're comparing with a professional course towards this commerce team CA or CMA CS, definitely there is a demand for people who are needed for the industry. See, today's growth of India. See, last week we have received a economic survey and also a budget presentation which has come. So to be precise, we are approximately 3 trillion economy. So if you're compounding this for next 6 years, we are expecting that we will move above 5 trillion, and after 5 trillion, so so already the Indian GDP, this 3 trillion, we are at fifth. So the country as a whole, from the globe, we are at number 5. So when we are crossing this 5 trillion, so it's getting compound at 8%. So meager in another 10 years time, we'll be somewhere at third place. So it will be China and USA, and it will be Indian economy which is going to be at a third place. So comparatively to that, see, there is in today's world, in today's context, total registration is above 1 crore of business registrations were there in GST. All this 1 crore of registrations, around 3 lakh of CA professionals are there in Indian Indian qualified chartered accountants are around 3 lakh numbers. So this is as per 2019-20 I'm stating. So additionally put together, there is some 15 to 30 thousands of people who have added to that. Only 40% are practicing. See, let's say even 50%, it is 1 lakh 50,000 or 1 lakh 20,000 practitioners are there. See, the meager of 1 crore GST business registration, which has been handled only by 1 lakh of people. So, see the opportunity which was there in your career ahead. So, these kind of numbers, which gives the facts, and the surveys also states that at the age of 14 we need to start analyzing. Almost you are in 15 to 16 years old, and you will be start analyzing that what is needed for your career when you are pushing towards it. So we'll be starting to understand that what is needed. If you're starting to pursue either a CA or CMA or CS, there is definitely a career ahead, and definitely opportunity ahead. Definitely there is a demand, and there is the supply is very less. That is very important, because the numbers or the competitive market, if that's for a successful people here, is the opportunity is very wide here. In next 10 years, this opportunity is going to be 2x, 3x, 4x, or even it becomes another 20 years time, it will 5x. So almost you will be in around only 10 years of experience will be around by that time. So once you're completing another 15 years time, if let's say in another 5 years time you're successfully completing the CA course, 10 years of experience, by the time there will be a 5x growth of Indian economic growth. There is a possibility that it will grow by that time. The compounding effect is already there. So any country who reaches 3 trillion, so 8%, so we have to growth on an average at 8% if we put in. So we see that another 8 years time, or 7 to 8 years. So 6 years we are expecting if it is a 10% growth. So another 6 years time, or 6 to 7 years, there is a double up. So we'll be reaching a 6 trillion economy. So we expect that, and that's the perspective, or a factual basis perspective I'm giving. There is a career growth. Only thing is we have to put in the consistency of hard work. It's a marathon race, so every day we have to wake up, we have to study. So gain the energy, exhaust the energy by studying, and just revising again get the energy by a sleep, and again repeat it on the next day. So it is a course of time of over a period of time. See, we always say our students, see, if it is a foundation, intermediate, final. So foundations, it is your classes, or if you're starting to pursue a course of foundation, CA foundation or CMA foundation, a 4.5 months classes which you're gonna take it up, and 1.5 months you're gonna study a self study which you have to make it for the 4.5 months what we have prepared, and we're gonna study and revise it and make a preparation. So how much is amounting to 5 months? How many weekends which we are having? How many weeks we are having? See, the weekends put together, it is hardly about 20 weekends. You'll be working hard to get into this foundations level. Think the same way towards your intermediate. So you push your hard yourself for a 6 months of hard work. It is only 24 weeks of hard work, 24 weekends of hard work which you're going to put it and complete the intermediate. Then 3 years of dedicated hard work towards articleship, and you're gonna become experienced, and you're gonna meet people. You're gonna understand how the industry works, how the business works. So what is the accounting supports which we does, taxation supports which has been done by CA or CMA, all those things you will start understanding. Then at the next level, which you're moving to a final, again 6 weeks, 6 months of hard work, which is hardly about so 4 weeks. I'm just considering 4 weeks. So 24 weeks of hard work, 24 weekends of hard work, Saturday, Sunday, and you will be successfully completing your final. So put together, if you see 24, 24, and 24. So it's all about the numbers which you put together. See, it will not meager number which is 70 plus weeks which you're gonna put your hard work, and it's just nothing, and you will become a chartered accountant. So I made you easy. So the mind or memory which you are I'm giving a perspective that to make it much more easier for your memory to keep it, stating that this is an easy process. So that's what we need to keep it in our mind. So uh, just before going into this, have it in mind. Only thing is the hard work which we have put in. We have to put the hard work in a smart way, where we need to focus. The focus need to be carry on for the entire process of this 70 plus weeks, I call it. So it's all 5 years we say, but 70 plus weeks of hard work which you have to put in for the examinations. So that's it. The overall briefing is concerned. So let me go through the slide here, students. So here it is. The foundation, as I said, 4 subjects we do have. So and it's a 1 year which we have. If somebody is starting after the 10th standard, provisional registration is available for the students. So it has been started in 2020. In the year 2020, the Chartered Accountancy and CA and CMA organization has opened this, and after 10th, the provisional registration is possible. Right after completing your 12th examinations, the students are eligible to take up the foundation examinations immediately after your 12th examinations. And after completing successfully your foundation course, you will be moving into the intermediate course. The student can enroll to a CA intermediate course, which is again in 1 year, 9 months of gap which need to be before appearing after your foundation. There need to be a 9 months gap after your results, and you'll be enrolling into intermediate, and you'll be starting your intermediate examinations in 9 months period. Suppose the student is taking up examinations in May 2023, and the students becomes let's say 2022. So as a student of you now, it is possible 2022, and the student will be eligible to May 2023 for the intermediate course. So 8 subjects, totally two groups has been segregated over there. So group one, we call it as 4 subjects has been put into that bucket, and the 4 subjects, remaining 4 subjects, it is another group which is group 2, so which is put into that bucket. So after completing successful completing of one group, suppose a student is pursuing all the 8 subjects together, that's what we recommend. If somebody is coming from foundation route, a student can able to definitely pursue all the 8 subjects and write the 8 subjects and get successfully cleared within the first attempt. So and then move on to the articleship. But there is a possibility that if the student is completing one group successfully, either group 1 or group 2, they can able to successfully start their internship training, or we call it as articleship training, with a chartered accountant. Under a chartered accountant, we need to enroll as a articleship or a trainee. So internship training for 3 years time period. So after successfully completing 2.5 years of completing your training articleship, the student becomes eligible. After completing intermediate also by due course, it has to be successfully completed along with the articleship of 2.5 years plus has to be completed, and then the student becomes eligible to write the final examinations. So final examinations again 8 subjects. So at an advanced level, so 8 subjects. So one student is completing successfully, he or she becomes a chartered accountant, and they were eligible to become an certified chartered accountant or qualified chartered accountant. This on an overall scale basis we have given, but for a CA, CMA, CS, it is all about 3 years which you can able to pursue this course. As Prasad has highlighted, there is a training which is also compulsory for both CMA and CS is also compulsory. For a CA, as I said, it is 3 years. For a CMA, it is 1 year training as compulsory, minimum of 6 months, which has to be completed for appearing for the final examinations after that intermediate. So that is the timeline. For a CS, either after completing intermediate or after completing final, 18 months of training under a company secretary or under the company secretaryship works. Services which they need to avail for 18 months training, which is compulsory for a company secretary to that can be done after completing the final examinations too. Then the student becomes eligible to certified as a company secretary. So this is the timeline which has been given. Suppose a student like you who is pursuing your 12th standard or senior secondary schooling now. So if you're starting your career under 2022 23, so you will be eligible now. If you enroll it for CA, you will become eligible for writing your examinations in November 2022. You will be become eligible to write your examinations if you able to registration has to be completed before 30th June. If that happens, so foundation gets completed in 2022 and 23. You will be become eligible to write your examinations for intermediate November 2023. You'll be completing your intermediate at the first level. So all the 8 subjects put together, if the student is pursuing and successfully completing, that is the timeline. And then in articleship for CA for 3 years time period. By the time 26 to 27, you will become eligible and you can able to write your examinations in 20 at the end of 2025 December, or it can be in 2026 June. So the students become eligible and they can able to write the final examinations. Once successfully completing your final examinations in CA, as well as successfully completing 3 years of articleship, the students can enroll themselves as certified chartered accountant or ACCA. You can become a ACCA, and the CMA is the same timelines as I said. But as a CMA, only 1 year of training which is compulsory, or a CS who is pursuing after the CS final examination, successful CS final examinations, if they want to go for the training period. So between the next 3 years, you will be become eligible and you can able to successfully complete your examination. So 22 you can able to complete your foundation, 23 you can able to complete your intermediate, 24 and 25 between that period you can able to complete your final examinations too. So this is the broad timelines which I have given. So we need to go into the facts of the students is pursuing. So that is all about the timelines. So I'm just giving back to Prasad. You can able to take up this next slide.
Okay, now you would like to take the slides also?
Yeah, no problem. So I'll just take
Yeah,
that.
thank you.
Just a couple of interesting facts which we want to highlight here, students. So we have briefly understood what is a CA course, what is a CMA course, and what is a CS course, and a couple of myths. So already I tried you to make easier that only 70 plus weeks you need to put your hard work for becoming a chartered accountant. So here I can able to sell couple of myths. I will also break this so that you become much more comfortable for pursuing those courses. First of all, the student has to become much more comfortable, and the way in which the easygoing approach, but there should be a cautious hard work which has to be put for the entire period of cycle which we have to put cautiously, but uh, the consciousness also you need to enjoy the process, but before that we need to set ourselves that this is a possible. See, if there is 3 lakh plus of chartered accountants who are there in the country now, if those 3 lakh people are not extraordinary people, so I rather say most of them who have come up, maybe an average, above average students, or even a below average student, there is a possibility that everybody has pursued this course, have successfully completed this course. So only thing is, somebody who have done this consistently, who have done their hard work, who have done their homework regularly. I think if that consistency is there, definitely this course is possible. Couple of myths we want to break here. So, see, I wanted to ask you that whether you feel that this is a tough course. So, after stating that only 72 weeks of hard work which you have to put in for a successful completion of examinations, do you feel it's a hard uh, course to pursue? Rajeshwari, Anita.
Slight hot, sir.
Just get me your frank answers. See, suppose you go get back to your family or a well-wisher, or anybody from your friend circle. Definitely, they will saying it's a toughest course to pursue. So that's what the answer you get in from your friends or family or a well-wisher, right? So just leave all those things outside. Just tell me your perspective, or how do you feel that approach? What is that feedbacks which you're getting if you're thinking in this, thinking of pursuing a chartered accountancy course in your mind?
I don't know, sir.
Give
Only
me a
when I
frank
say,
answer. That it's never a problem.
only when I do, I know it's hard or
Okay,
easy.
that's fine.
Before,
So,
like,
how do you get back your feedbacks from your family or somebody whom you know about this course?
my friends always say it's a tough course
Why do
because
they
of
say? I would like to
because
intercept here. See, why do they say this? That it's a tough course. See, when you are saying that only if I pursue, I personally give my feedback. But whether your friends are studying, how do they can able to give that feedback? Have you ever thought about it?
they heard from their sisters or brothers
See,
saying that.
they also hearing out, right? So we cannot come to a conclusion stating that if somebody is stating in their family is somebody pursuing, so that I feel that it is hard. So Anita, like to hear from you.
Yes, sir.
So
I hear that all are saying that
hmm,
it is the toughest course,
hmm,
and you must finish in first attempt,
hmm.
and again you must not keep any attempt. That if you kept the attempt, if you can't clear that, they all are saying, and yeah, sir, this is what they said.
Okay. What is your personal feedback? If you're recommending this course to either of your friends or family, so how do you will give your feedback? Just wanted to understand.
That I would say that if I'm putting my hard work, definitely I'll do. I'll be a
Good.
chartered accountant.
See, I'm getting very prompt answers from both of you, so I really feel that the comfortable answers which you're giving. So I rather say if somebody see, Rajeshwari said, see, if I'm pursuing this course, if I understand this course personally, I'll be giving my feedback. See, without understanding the course or without understanding the weightage of it, if somebody is giving feedback, so I rather say it's a myth. So see, since they are hearing from someone, they are understanding from someone, so they're giving that feedback. So it's a both of you has given your very prompt answers, and so it's only after you're understanding the weightage of it, so you'll starting to understand. So let us break this the myth. Will try and break you down to very simple stance here, and see the perspective. See, how many years for it get to complete it. So if you're starting at the age of 17 right now at your schooling, senior secondary schooling, So average age of qualifying CAs is only 22, 23. So next 5 years, successfully you can able to complete it. Suppose you're writing each group at a time, 4 subjects at a time. Instead of not 8 subjects, you're writing 4 subjects at a time. So extension is going to be only 1 year. So the 6 months you're going to write 4 subjects. Another 6 months you're gonna write it 4 subjects. So the extension is going to be only 1 year. So another 5.5 years or 6 years, you will be successfully become a chartered accountant, and you can be part of a reputed organizations, and you can be part of an employment. There is a possibility. So that is the correct approach towards the tough course. I'm just breaking it down, so it is not a tough course. Only thing is the process, which is we have to come out of the comfort zone. So the process is, it has its own due course. The process which you are doing for everyday, so everyday practice which is needed for it, it's a marathon race. If we are comfortably doing that practice within our zone, definitely this the correct approach is that it is not a tough course, only the process which is challenging, because we have made it in a comfort zone. So when you're coming out of the comfort zone and we are pursuing it, definitely the correct approach is very simple, and the course is definitely it is possible. So next is, do you understand this is a max dominated course? You think it's a max dominated course? Most of the things, mathematics, they say it's tough, so we'll not be able to pursue. Do you think it's a mathematics based course or dominated course?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Exactly. See, it's not a mathematical dominated course. Only in foundations, the mathematics beyond foundation state, there is no mathematics beyond foundation. Your intermediate, your final level doesn't carry a mathematics. The student who are fearful for mathematics, you don't need to worry. Only on the basics of mathematics at the level of business mathematics and quantitative aptitude and applications, which is available in foundations. So if you are able to successfully do that, and even to the next level, it is not there. So we feel that it is only for a commerce student, but it's never been like that. See, I have many friends who have come out of engineering streams after completing their BE or BTech graduations. They have come to pursue CA or CMA, and those people are much more successful, and in terms of completing the examinations. On a base level, they were also able to pursue. The students from non-commerce team also can pursue the courses of CA, CMA, or CS. So UG compulsory, as I said, see the minimum eligibility now it has become 10th. You can able to register for foundations, but only after completing your 12th examination, your senior secondary public examinations, you will become eligible to write the examination of CA foundation or CMA foundations or CS foundations by that course. Let me move on to the next slide. So any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, so we would like to bring you here as some of the successful stories here. See, the stories are when we hear about it, as I said, just breaking the myth of any students who have come out from a government school background, or it can be a state board background, or it can be CBSE background. For everybody, this course is possible. Only thing is we have put at the right approach and right process and right perspective. So this is a possible. So one of the success story is so she's a CA Prema, and she's a daughter of somebody who is driving auto. So she scored the first rank in CA course. So it's not it's an all over India ranking. So she has become all India first rank scorer in CA final course, and she has scored out of 800 marks 607. So she is from the background of Tamil medium state board until class 8 from Tamil Nadu medium schools which she has pursued. So this story gives an insights that if you put the hard work, this is possible. So this definitely gives you a confidence in us that if somebody is doing a hard work, so that is possible, and this course is possible to anybody. So So as we say, one more additions which we have to make is age is just a number. But I rather say both of you are starting your career, professional career, right at the 17 years. Think about someone who is 45 plus or 50. So she has completely completed her CA final examinations at the age of 51. Let's say at that age, she has to manage three things. She has to manage her professional career one side, a family which has to be carried under her shoulders for a long years, and also she has to pursue this CA course if that is possible for her. See, over years we started to say that our memory, I was unable to remember many of the things which I study, or rather say the responsibility of being a family woman, or taking care as a wife or daughter and a mother, and after that she has to find some time and put real hard work towards, and she has put in that determination and perseverance. She has taken that, successfully completed her dreams of becoming a CA. So if this is possible for a person like her, so we need to, definitely you need to break your myth today. You need to break your glasses, and you need to say yourself that it is also possible for me to pursue in next 5 years. Right at the first attempt, I will be able to complete this course. And from a prominent faces which we have shown here, some of the successful prominent faces which we have shown here, and one of the prominent faces which we have shown here is, many of you would have seen in the your news, or the government of India. He is the Mr. Piyush Goyal. So he is Mr. Piyush Goyal. So who is our Commerce and Industrial Minister, and who takes care of textile ministry too. So he handles three portfolios under him. So such a successful man. Previously he was taking care of railways also. Now it has been moved from him. So very prominent face of him, and many of the prominent faces here are we are aware of by seeing. From the media would have seen it. So very successful for persons reaching at that height, that is also possible here. And many of the organizations, the top level CFOs, CEOs, and we have seen in our career that reaching at that level over a period of time, definitely this is possible, and we can also reach that level. And this is our, for further queries you can able to reach out to us. We have given the numbers to her. I will also circulate this presentations to you, and you can reach out to us, and I will also send our brochures to both of you. So any of you are wanted to know further about these courses, and how we operate here as an organization, private organization, in terms of giving coaching and making students successfully becoming students of Chartered Accountant and CMA or CS. So you can able to reach out to us. Myself, Naveen. So my number is here too, and Prasad. And Lakshmi Venkateshan. All three of us numbers are here. You can able to reach out to us, and for further enrollments. We are open for it. We have started our CA foundation classes by just 2 weeks back, and we are just run passing our basics to the students. It will it just many 11th and 12th students who are part of this classes, and we are helping them towards this classes of basics towards accountancy and mathematics, or it can be economics, these kind of basics, helping them towards their 12 public examination basics, also refreshing their mind. So because last 2 years the COVID has went by, many of our basics from the schools, so it is tough to hear from most of the students. So we are run passing the basics for last 2 weeks. The students are comfortable, and this will help them in their public examinations too. And please let us know that if you are part of this classes, definitely we can start enrolling you. And one more thing which we can able to bring it here. See, here is the next commencement of batches which have started in Jan 22, and the foundation classes targeting May and June examination is rightly under process, and we are already into the classes. And a student who is pursuing wanted to their senior secondary level examinations also, it will be helpful for this examinations. so you can run past the basics. And the next batch completely you can attend from the right from June. You can attend the entire course, and November 2022 you can write your examination, foundation examinations. And we are also taking up our intermediate classes, which we are targeting for November and December exams. So batches for CA and CMA starting by second week of February. We are starting our classes. So a couple of key highlights which I would like to tell here is, so this COVID situation, which have given come out with a unique way. So we have integrated our physical and online classes. We have integrated. So as of now, the restriction is not eased in Tamil Nadu or any part of India. So once that restrictions are eased, we'll be back to our classroom batches, so physical batches. As of now, the online classes are going. Recorded session is also available for the students. That is also we are offering recorded solutions will also be available for the students. And see, you would have seen our names. So Igniting Minds Commerce Institute Concept Building. So we rely on completely building concepts. So every faculty here who is a chartered accountant, who is a cost accountant, or a company secretary, so we all be focusing on the basics, which is building the concepts. When you're putting your foundations at a good level, so we feel the students are much more comfortable facing their examinations. The foundation is very important. Even if you're building an house, so your father or a grandfather would have told you that building the foundation is very very strong. It is very important, even for a student. The career which they're going to take, when we're building that concepts in them, the foundations that we'll give a high focus towards that, and that will make them easier for the examinations. As what today which we have, myself and Prasad, we are trying to make it much more interactive. See, suppose it has to be a two-way communication. We are concentrating on that, and personal attention for every student, and the mentoring sessions, or it will be a counseling sessions, supporting the students towards the examination spheres. All these are key highlights. There will be an exam oriented coaching as well as periodic evaluation in terms of test series for making you much more comfortable. So these are all the things which we offer. So any questions? Thank you. Any questions from both of you?
No, sir.
Rajeshwari, I'll start with you. So I'll make it easier for you. So how comfortable for your examinations going good? So you're feeling comfortable with your schooling examinations? How far it is going? So let's have some interactions. So that will make you comfortable.
It's going nice, sir.
Which school are you studying?
School. In Immaculate Heart of Mary Girls Higher Secondary School, sir.
Sorry,
In
I
Avadi.
was unable to hear you properly. Can you be a little bit louder?
Immaculate Heart of Mary Girls Higher Secondary School.
Oh, okay, okay.
Can you hear me?
Where it is
In
exactly?
Avadi, sir.
Oh, it is in Avdi.
Avadi,
Okay.
sir.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Uh,
Good to know. Anita, and you're from you're
Yes,
from?
sir. I'm from Christ King Girls High Secondary School, which is in East Tambaram.
Okay, okay. Good to know. Good to know. I think Rajeshwari. Just let us know. I'll just share the enrollment form with both of
So
you.
how was this
Session is,
session, guys?
yeah.
What is your feedback about this session? Did you find it boring? You a weekend, 2 hours of weekend wasted, or was it interesting? You got some insight about it actually. What is your? It can be good or bad. Whatever is the feedback, you can give it actually.
A prompt feedback is
First, I
always
thank
welcome. See, I rather find couple of questions when we asked. Both of you are very frank in answering. See, we need that answers. So because even the session is not interesting, you need to tell us. So it will also give us a reality that check for us, and we will try and improve. There is always scope of improvement for everyone.
First, I thank you both of you, sir,
It's
for
our pleasure
Yeah.
to.
for getting more information about CA, CMA. It's very useful, sir.
Okay.
Good. Thanks, Rajeshwari.
Thanks, Rajeshwari. Anita, we'd like to hear from you.
Sir, first I must thank you both that inviting me in this session. This is so useful, and I got some knowledge of CA, that how can I do, and that's it, sir.
Good to
Good.
know.
Thanks for the participation, guys. If you have any queries at this point, you can feel free to ask us. Otherwise, you can take down the numbers. And also, if any one of your friends they want a one-to-one counseling, or if there are a group of students who want a counseling, actually, please reach us in any of the numbers. Or if any one of your friends are planning to pursue their 11th and 12th or CA, CS, or CMA, we take classes right from 11th and 12th actually, and all the classes that are taken here are by qualified professionals actually. You will find chartered accountant, cost accountant, company secretaries taking classes for 11th and 12th, and the kind of concept that is given right at the 11th and 12th that helps transforming to any of these courses on CA, CMA, and CS. So you can also spread a word about us. So in case anyone is interested in 11th, 12th, or CA, CMA, CS. Uh, Take down the contact numbers, and it will be very happy to assist any one of you or your friends. Thank you so much, guys.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, I'm having one question.
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead.
That um, I wish to do in foundation,
Hmm.
but I got the comments that after finishing, you go straightly in intermediate. That you'll be in best. So, which one is best? Can I know that?
See, you are now doing your 12th, right?
Yes, sir.
To go directly to intermediate, you have to clear your graduation. That means 3 years of your time. So, assuming when are you writing your 12th exam?
In May, sir, May or April. We
In
don't know
May.
clearly.
Okay.
May or April.
Fine. Okay. Assuming it is May or April, May 2022, then you will be eligible to write your foundation in the month of November 2022. Right. So if you are
Yes,
going
sir.
to write your exam in the month of November 2022, your inter will start from November 2023 itself. In November 2023, you will be able to write your inter. This is option one. If you do after graduation, that means 2022, 2023,
Right.
2024, 3 years gone. In 2024 only, you will start preparing for your inter, and in 2025 only, you will be able to write your exam. So instead of 2025, when you can do the same thing in 2023 and save 2 years of your precious time in life, why we should wait for 3 years to complete it? That is what I told. When you pursue, the first slide, in fact, was talking about undergraduate course along with
And
UGM.
professional course.
Yes, that is the exact reason that slide was only to address this query. You can, by the time you complete your graduation, you can complete at least till intermediate level. You can complete the course. You will be only left with final level and some period of articulation. Okay, so that will help you. Minimum 1.5 to 2 years you can save in case you minimum 2 years you can save in case you start right from foundation, right from your first year of college.
Yes, sir.
Does,
Thank you, sir.
does it help? Yeah, hope I have answered you. Okay.
Anita, just to add on here, see, direct entry, we call it after the graduations. By that time, if you want to start preparing for your CA intermediate, you have to put in your 9 months of articleship is compulsory. There is a training of 9 months you have to complete. The 3 years, out of 3 years, you have to complete 9 months. Only then you will become eligible to write the intermediate. So from here on, after you want to come to a direct entry, it will take 4 years. By that time, 70% of your work towards, if you start right now, so you will be able to complete it. 70% of your process towards becoming a chartered accountant will get completed before graduation. So that's what we need to keep it in mind. So it's not see a student who are interested towards this professional courses. Definitely, it is not recommended doing after your graduation. If you wanted to pursue, start right now, and in November 2022, you can able to complete your foundation. That is the first level which we need to address it right now. So just to add on, I'll just send the enrollment details to both of you with your due permissions, which this sessions will get uploaded in our YouTube pages, and you can share it with your friends, family who are interested towards this course, or they can able to reach out to us directly also. That is also possibilities. And just get in touch with your parents, so if they want further details about this courses also, and we are interested in having conversations with them, so personally also we can able to you can able to reach any of these three numbers which we have given in this numbers, or you can get back to our website also. The website carries our entire contact details. You can able to get back to us, and so we can reach out to them. See, the parents who would like to get convinced on this of pursuing this courses, if you both are interested, we can enroll. We can start the enrollment process. We'll share the enrollment process, and we would like to share the other insights and further queries along with your parents. We would like to discuss that also. Have it in mind. So take these feedbacks to your parents. We would like to understand from them also. Okay.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for being a wonderful audience. It was a pleasure having you here today. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
I assume no questions at this stage, right?
No, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you so much for spending your time on weekend with us. Looking forward to meet you again in some other forums some other day. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Rajeshwari. Thank you,
Thank
Anita.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.